So, hello everyone, and welcome back to some more of Icewind Dale Enhanced Edition. And let us continue visit this place for the clerics in here, and then a few other things in Kuldahar, and then we are gonna be heading into the Vale of Shadows. Basically, it's not like there should be that much to do in here anyway. Welcome, friend. I am Brother Gus, waitful servant of Ilmater. Be at peace, for you are in the care of the one who endures. Greetings, I am in need of a healer. Could you help me? Ah, blessed are those in need. You've come to the right place, friend. A revered Sister Kalyana can tend to your wounds and provide what few curatives we have left in our humble temple. You may find her at the prayer upon the altar. What few curatives you have left? Don't tell me you're running out. I'm afraid so. The good people of Kuldahar have suffered greatly of late. In sharing their burden, we have nearly exhausted our supply of potions and antidotes, though I hear tell that one might find such items elsewhere in town. Really? Where then? The gnome, Oswald Fiddlebender, is known to dabble in alchemy. He lives in that contraption on the ridge above the temple. It is also rumored that Auric, the maid, possesses certain arcane items. He is a bit of a reclusive, though. He lives in a small tower on the far side of town to the west. Of course, we've already met them all, but that's fine. Thank you for the information. Fare thee well. Accidentally pressed a button for that. Apparently. I think I was just trying to press this tap. Sister Kalyana. Greetings, friend. You are welcome in the House of Bleeding Rose. May the healing hands of Ilmater lift your burdens and set your tortured soul at ease. So, Sister Kalyana, I presume. I was told you could provide a service as a healer. You have been informed correctly. As acting head of this temple, it is my privilege to bestow whatever aid I can upon those in need. No small task, I might add, what with all the troubles that plague this town of late. Acting head of this temple, who is normally in charge? Up until a few weeks ago, revered Mother Eugenia presided over this house. Alas, she, like so many others in town, has gone missing and is presumed dead. Being the next highest ranking member of the clergy, I have assumed the duties of the head of the temple until either she or revered Brother Boquelin return. Revered Brother Boquelin, who is he then? Revered Brother Boquelin is a visiting senior priest of Ilmater. He passed through Kuldahar several days ago on a pilgrimage to the monastery of Weeping Lilac in Bryn Shander. He travelled quite a ways, all the way from Cormure, I believe is what he said. He must be from those distant regions, for he bore a holy symbol of Ilmater that was unfamiliar to me. In any case, he promised to return with aid once he reached Bryn Shander. I hope he is alright. So what sort of healing can you provide? Basically the normal stuff. Could always like buy the spell from her, but especially something like Bless I don't really understand. I guess maybe they last longer if you take it from here, but otherwise it just doesn't seem sensible at all. And I don't think she has any scrolls that we specifically would require. Like, could buy some potions of healing, but it just always feels a little bit weird to do. And yeah, can't ask about those kidnappings, sadly. I was thinking that maybe could still ask, but not really. Not really.
I'm on it.
So that's pretty much it from the Kuldahar, I'd say. Just if I wanna quickly go and visit still this inn location. But yeah, pretty much it otherwise, and we are ready to try to go into the Vale of Shadows and see how it goes. I'm pretty sure Vale of Shadows, well, in the name and considering the ancestors of people, it's gonna have undead. So the only thing to think about is if I wanna try to have more something to deal with specifically undead with her, which is plausible, but it has been indeed a while since I played this game, so I have to recall like if there was something special other than of course her turning undead ability to begin with. But yeah, and a lot of these spells, it's not like you use them all. I usually use just the protection from evil, like the one that goes to the group, because it just feels always so worthless to do just for one person anyway. So, and sadly we can't have that spell yet. Of course these aren't exactly useful against that location if there ain't something a little bit different, but... I guess maybe could consider spiritual hammer be spiritual hammer, that's a silence, but shouldn't be specifically needed. Yeah, like Shad is something that I could consider, or maybe the Job and Holy Might in here, but otherwise... Shan't. Casting time just takes a long time and duration overall is relatively short. It's not short if you think about if you do it just before combat or in combat in SAS, but... +1 bonus to attack rolls, medium damage rolls and saving throws. Die for all effects outside of weapons base damage is reduced by 1. Fireballs and all that reduced damages. The braced enemies suffer from the opposite effects. I usually always used to do this before some major battle, etc. Because, yeah, it just takes so long to cast, but... And yeah, of course, multiple ones won't do a darn thing. Well...
Yes, understood.
Nonetheless, we can talk to you. So... I found a ring in one of the upper rooms you might be interested in. What? This ring has an inscription on the inside that looks like the real claim to this inn. Why would you be the owner when this claim says different? Oh, so now you've stooped to forcing your way into locked containers in people's houses, have you? Before you accuse me of doing anything wrong, maybe you should look to yourself. What are you doing breaking and entering? Well, to be honest, breaking and entering is still definitely a lower level than actually stealing a complete house, a hotel. I do have to say that we're not stealing a building here after all. So I think that you could say that it's a little bit smaller. Oh, so you knew it was locked upstairs? No, I didn't know it was locked upstairs. Look, I don't have to explain any... You're right, I will take Aidan's ring to the elders of the town and let them decide how to deal with this. Perhaps they could call on Aidan's shade with the ring and speak to him about this. Justice must be served. Look, hold on. Here's what happened. First off, I never laid a hand on Aidan. So Aidan is dead. Well, yeah, but it's not my fault. I come into the inn one night after barely making my way through Kuldahar Pass, see? And there he is, lying on the floor of the inn, cold as a stone. Now, I'd been through the pass before, even talked with the old fool a bit, and I knew he didn't have any family. So what did you do with the body? There'd been rumors of people missing, so I buried the body outside of town, and then, well, I dug up some pen and ink and set up the claim. Granted, I stripped him of his belongings, and I should have thrown away that damn ring. But look, I'm not doing any harm. He didn't have any family. And this town needs an inn. So why did you do it? You probably won't be able to sell this place, you know. The storm seasons closes off the caravan routes too often to turn any profit. I know, it's just that, I don't know, I'm sick of traveling. I suddenly got the urge to settle. Blame the halfling in me, I suppose. At least I didn't try to plant myself in some glorified mole burrow and smoke a stinkwick pipe until I die of boredom. I guess that's something. Let's have a look into our options. It's definitely true that, like, while it's good you didn't hurt Aidan, you shouldn't have hit the body and falsified the claim. There were people here that probably knew him and cared for him, and they would have liked to have paid the respects. Besides, as Aidan's ring states, the inn belongs to Kuldahar, not you. What you did was wrong. Cheap place for the night. But yeah, this is true. Yeah, well, before you start getting any more preachy on me, it seems that you need to stop your habit of breaking and entering. That stinks of a thief, and by my reckoning, that puts us at about the same level. Well, it's one of our party members who is being the thief, but nonetheless, fair enough, nonetheless. And it doesn't put us into the same level nonetheless. We didn't go and, sure, you didn't murder someone, but you still buried their corpse. And after all, afterwards claimed the house. I think it is a slightly higher crime nonetheless than actually just breaking and entering and stealing a few items here and there. And we basically stole like 2 items, right? The ring and then something little other stuff. Hardly anything. Fair enough. Nonetheless, I want you to speak to the town elders and let them know what you've done. If you don't, I will speak to them, and it will be worse for you in the long run. Look, maybe what's to keep me from getting out of town? Well, you won't get far. An avalanche has sealed off the pass, and plus, there are raiders scouring the mountains. Just confess to the elders. It's pretty simple. Alright, damn it. I'll go talk to them. Now stop bothering me. Alright, good stuff. I don't think we need a room, so very well, I'll be back to check on you, Altwin. Fairly well. Yay, level up. And you can hopefully get more HP. Let's see, additional weapons proficiency, so I can get another point into the axe. I'd say that's the smart choice. This is already anyway maxed, so just the axe. Simple as that. Three out of 2 attacks. Taco. Saving throws. Additional hit points gained 12. So again, not great, but last time around I think it was 11, so it's 1 more HP. It's still more than anyone else has, so 40 HP. That starts to maybe keep us a little bit better alive in the long run. So I'm not too satisfied with that. Not too much at the very least. That was nice, we got at least 1 more little quest completed. At least 1 little. All the townspeoples. And then we will try to go to the Vale of Shadows and probably die. Though, I probably didn't check this. I did look into it. I was thinking that, did I? But yeah, it's a large snake thing. So, yes, I did look into that. Certainly enough. I do love the music here so much, though. Well, to the Vale of Shadows we go. Acknowledge indeed. Track. This valley is saturated with a supernatural aura. Though it appears to be capable of supporting wildlife, virtually none is present. Tracks indicate the presence of large ape-like creatures. So those yetis. Thick, coarse white hair leads you to believe that the beasts are native to the area and may be camouflaged. Aside from your tracks, it seems as though one human traveler has been moving between Kuldahar and the Vale of Shadows on a regular basis. Judging from the shape and size of the tracks, the individual is a female human or half-elf. However, the depth of the tracks leads you to believe that the individual is traveling light, with little equipment or heavy clothing. This is noteworthy in that anyone traveling in this area without protection from the gold would be dead within hours. So that half-elf or human-like female tracks can't really be normal human or half-elf, considering
I am prepared.
The goldness apparently would be pretty much deadly. Alright, and also you definitely will not be in the front anymore. You definitely also need at least a little bit more HP, so just having peek. At least it's not that far that you could get a level up, so that's nice to see. That is nice to see. Okay, 2 ways to go for now. I could try also to do that scouting.
Onward to glorious battle!
I'll spread you in two.
I am by your side. Certainly.
Who are you attacking? Can't see immediately, but clearly looks like it's coming more into here rather than not, so, well, I'll be prepared. Well, went against you. It is attacking still our dwarf, so that's all good and fine. It's going fine enough against at least this little thing. That wasn't too bad. 4 HP damage, not bad. Not bad. Not too bad.
And willing.
This is the thing that I wanted to see about. I would need to find a shadow to maybe have a better chance of going into those shadows. Hide in shadows failed. You were supposed to have a pretty good hide in shadows. 50 nonetheless on both, so it's definitely not that bad. Gotta be a little bit careful, of course, but shouldn't be at least traps in here.
Hey, wait, I'm on it.
Yes, very well. Are you ready for me?
Alright, let's just go and attack. Nothing much that need to be prepared just for a little yeti.
Are you ready for me?
So that's easy enough. I guess it's fine that we don't go and do the hiding in shadows and investigating right at this moment. There are more dangerous areas that it's more needed, I'd say.
It shall be done. My sword is yours.
Easy as goblin pie.
Alright. You will be the one to go in the front, though now you're kind of fewer than I would have liked, but overall pretty fine. This is a long path. Long empty path at that. I guess that would already take us to the Vale of Shadows. It's plausible. A crypt. Just a simple crypt. Well, guess we can try to go and investigate it. There is someone that likes to talk. Specifically.
I'm here.
Yes, I see.
You are not welcome here. Leave this place. Who are you? I am Terik. My brethren and I guard this script against intruders. Leave this place. Why am I not welcome here? You are not one of the faithful. Only a follower of the Fate may enter here. Leave this place. What fate is it that you speak of? Miracle, Lord of the Dead, holds sway here. Embrace Miracle, become one of the brethren, then you will be welcome amongst us. Otherwise, leave this place. Become undead? Is that what you are saying? Yes, embrace Miracle, become one of the brethren, otherwise leave this place. I seek the evil that plagues Kuldahar. Would that be you? Kuldahar. That name is not familiar to me. I know nothing of Kuldahar. Seek elsewhere. Leave this place. In all honesty, we know that this place can't be responsible, but it just would feel weird not to investigate it, right? So, and besides, I guess it could somehow hold a clue. If you are not responsible, then who is? I do not know. I tire of these questions. Leave this place. It feels so wrong to say farewell, but I have no intention of leaving here. Then you shall die. Make peace with your court in what little time you have on this earth. Brethren, slay this intruder. So be it. There isn't necessarily a point to...
My sword, it shall be done. Stand and deliver.
You want me? Ready.
Aye.
I'm willing. Are you ready for me?
Into the fray!
It's not like it's that tough in general, so... Yay!
My pleasure.
A leveling up.
I'm here.
Also, use your tracking. Nothing about this location. How very sad. How very, very sad. Oh, Scimitar and Vakishasi are already at the max level anyways, and so is the longbow. Guess I can increase the 2-weapon style at least to the max. And then it's the best bonuses possible in there. Didn't notice to look how many hit points we gained, but... looks like we gained a decent amount. Well, your level up is important. Especially when you are usually in the front row. 8 hit points is pathetic. But what can you do? That's what you gained. That is all you got. And you already have 2-handed weapon style and the 2-handed weapon at the 2. So what would you do after that? Good question. I guess I could take a bastard sword. It seems like at least that this could even be a bastard sword. Maybe, though it seems unlikely, but still, maybe. But yeah, so both of them are level 3, but this paladin levels up a little bit slower. And of course, at least huge amount of less HP, which is of course logical. He should have more as the dwarf with the constitution and everything. And you still have a ways to go to get the level up with the mage. Poor
My
little
sword
thing.
is yours.
Done.
Aye. Very well.
To be honest, I probably need to be even checking some traps in here possibly. Because
Yeah.
looks a little bit suspicious, I'd have to say. It's a teeny tiny bit suspicious. I'm not sure if there was traps yet at this point, but there might be. Let me go through.
You can count on me.
On my way. Aye. Is that all?
And I. My sword is yours.
Ready. You
Make
wanna
peace
taste
with your
this?
gods. To battle.
Ouch. Do not appreciate that sort of a hit. You can't even get there, so fine. I guess you'll just do the lay on hands at least.
You would answer your
I stand ready. Stand and deliver to arms!
by your side.
At your command.
Onward to glorious battle!
Alright, not too bad. Just not great either, but
Yes.
in a sense of, well,
Vita. Mortis.
they did get a hit that was more damaging than what we could have preferred. Well, that's a decent amount of health back. Yeah, 1 ring. That's nice. Appreciate finding rings. I do. Guess you do have 2 unidentified items at least here. Sure. Spread them around like that. You're also having 2 of those. Guess you can now put this back on while you don't need to go into stealth. Not too surprising that you can identify those. And Ring of the Warrior, easy enough to identify. Some more taco. I probably should give it to you just to have your taco being a little bit even better. Sure.
I stand ready.
Seems reasonable.
You can count on me.
Is indeed hoping that I hope there ain't traps yet, but
To be weird in your blood.
I am here for no small task.
What now?
attack something.
It is.
And yeah, you still have only that spell after all.
Yes?
At your command. Attack!
Ready.
You want a taste of this?
But just slowly crushing them. He's a little bit vulnerable spot considering they can be hitting him, but mostly at least should still be good enough.
I await your order. Onward to glorious battle!
Did I not? I thought that I did do it already, that I would have customized her to also not do anything without my permission, so then I can actually... But I guess I was changing around with it, but yeah, then at least I can do whatever,
I'm here.
whenever I want exactly.
Aye.
You indeed.
I stand ready.
I'm here. Very well.
At your command.
Into the fray!
The best in me.
You want a taste of this?
Attack!
High quality mace at the very least, so that's something that it can actually be worthwhile to maybe pick up. Not sure if two of them are worthwhile, but at least one of them you can definitely use, which is better than the one you were using before. Yep, one better tackle. Not that it's that much, but still something.
My sword is yours.
Not as bad as it could have been.
Duty calls.
But I do worry when we will be starting to find traps. I do worry about that.
Stand and deliver.
Because I definitely could be expecting to find some sooner rather than later.
I am prepared.
Stand and deliver. Aye.
Okay,
I stand ready. Duty calls.
do go and open that. It's apparently a dead body specifically. There's a helmet and a long sword.
At your
Well,
command.
it does look like a body in that. It just looks like a lot older body rather. How does this helmet look? Looks okay, I guess. Maybe you would like to wear that. Seems fitting enough for you, so sure. Why not?
My sword is yours.
It's nice enough to give some different looking helmets. Nonetheless.
You can count on me.
Especially on this sort of a corridor, but
Ready
I
when
guess
we
this
go.
is so early that they haven't yet started to put a lot of traps, but there we had it. There we had our first proper trap.
Like an arrow.
So I was thinking indeed that I'm definitely thinking that there could be traps around, and there we have it. At least nothing too serious. It's just a little thing like this, but still does still hurt. And use our healing
Here I go.
when we don't have that much to begin with. Kind of annoying that you have to go immediately to attack when I'm trying to look for traps. Do you guys like to come to us, mayhaps?
Very well.
Are you ready for me?
Sure.
Me? So that's how it is.
You do need to be trying to investigate those traps. Well, at least you're getting more enemies to us, I guess. Well, that's something.
Aye.
You'll soon sleep with the
Yes.
dead.
Ready.
Alright. A few more. High quality longsword as well. I guess I could take it just for the fun of it. Let's the high quality one. Alright, and then
What now?
come and try to do it again. There very well could be a trap around here, around the corner. Just have to be waiting around then for a bit to be trying to find those traps. And rather we find more enemies. Of course we would.
At your command.
Are you ready
Stand
for
and
me?
deliver. I am on it.
Half the loot is mine.
Attack!
All the half of the loots.
I'm here.
Now you got the deceased condition. I don't recall if... I assume that this is at least the sort of disease that still does go away by itself with time. But I do know that there's certain conditions that do not. Especially if, like trained conditions, etc. But I don't recall specifically about the deceased.
Alright, very well.
I do have to say, don't recall anything specific about it.
Okay.
We'll see, we'll see.
There I go.
If the disease is something we have to go and take care of, then that's what we gotta do, after all.
You'll soon sleep with the dead.
Attack! Attack!
I'll split you in two.
And you all attack.
I am here.
You could also equip that sling for a bit.
Yeah? So that's how it is.
There's so many undeads. Undead after undead. You can take another hit if need be, I guess.
Alright. Stand and deliver.
There's a shame that have to be taking him into the front to try to search for those traps when then all the time going and having to go backwards after all.
So that's how it is.
Nothing still. Was that truly the only trap we could find? Well, that guy is at least already injured, so that's kinda nice.
What now? Here I go.
And you can count
Do
on
not
me.
rush first, please.
My sword is yours.
Is
Stand
that
and deliver.
Oh, that's one of those shadows that was mentioned.
I shall see to it.
Like waiting. Will a trap get sprung? But it shouldn't have exactly, considering.
Half the loot is mine.
Well, more shadows.
My sword is
You'll
yours.
soon
At your command.
sleep with the dead.
Too bad.
All attack. A lesser shadow. Well, Dahlia gaining another level up already.
Want me?
She definitely is the one that is gaining the levels the fastest, I gotta say. What would you take though? That's a good question. You have the short bow, which is good. You probably will be using that mostly anyway. Then you have a short sword. I guess I could take you the dagger, maybe. I guess. You are having the dagger at the moment, so sure. Or I'll just take you the single weapon style. If I don't take you a shield, I could take you a shield as well if I wanna go and switch into the other one. I guess it makes more sense if I give you a shield later on with the dagger or short sword or whatever you use in the secondary. Didn't notice to look again on your HP, but 26 is at least decent. It's the same amount as our darn paladin has, so in that sense. It's just that he's doing too little, I guess. Like, he doesn't quite have well, yeah, he doesn't quite have 5,000 damage, but or 5,000 experience, but at the same time, it's not like they have, or she has that much more than the 5,000. Some of them have more. I don't know quite how the experience share happens,
My sword is yours.
considering all of that.
Good as gold.
Come and look around. I assume we can find also more enemies, but need to also be looking for those traps.
Let's spill some blood.
Don't rush. Not a good idea to rush.
Is that all?
I stand ready. It shall be done. At your command.
Die.
Okay, that already died anyway.
My enemies all
And finally you managed to get your level up. Woohoo! Finally. And you get the thief level up, and then you get the mage level up. Additional hit points 7, so that's fine. Okay, so open locks and let's take more traps. Don't like traps. Something to deal with traps. Sure, I guess. Sadly, you need another full level to be able to get even a second level spell, so... Which is no surprise, of course, that's to be expected. You could have memorized that one. Let's memorize it now at least. Into there. And then 5,000 to get another level up to all of the, to both of the classes, so...
My sword is yours.
Will be a while for that, I'd gotta say.
now.
Still, at least
No worries.
you got some otherwise experience. This sarcophagus is sealed in some unknown manner. The lid will not budge at all. Oh yeah, the disease ended. Good, good.
You have need of me?
Good thing. Don't have any healing spells though. Doesn't look like we can find a trap in here, so... Well, it's an invisibility spell. It's a very nice spell. If it just can be... This sacrifice is sealed. Yep. All of those be sealed other than this one. Well, it's another one of the color sprays. That at least we can give to her to try to learn this one or the other. I don't know which one should be exactly learning it. Potion of Strength. I don't know if we need it that much, but dagger +1. Well, we can definitely give it to him. He can now have at least a dagger +1. Even though he probably will not be using it much. And not successful in copying that spell. Fine enough. I do still have to feel that we've been kind of unlucky with those, but hey, maybe not. It's difficult to say for sure.
Yeah?
Have we been truly unlucky?
So
We
that's
were
how
for
it
a long
is.
time, but then we were also kind of lucky at times, I'd say.
Stand and deliver.
What you mean, go?
I shall see to it.
Aye.
At your command.
Are you ready for me?
It be dead, which is good.
On my way.
That one is trapped. Not too surprising. I was expecting that something has to be trapped still in here. And there was one little trap. A broken armor, sanctum key, shield dots, and other stuff. Alright, I guess that's something. Maybe we were a little bit mean to come all the way here just for this, but this is an ornate silver key with a red gemstone in the handle. Closer inspection reveals a small skull has been carved into the gem, but maybe that's an important key anyway. We have to investigate the evil crypt. Once a prized possession is no longer fit for even a skeleton. It has been pierced in several places and crushed in others. The wearer could not have survived the blows that caused us damage. I don't think that there's any reason for me to carry it around, but I guess I can for now, just for the fun of it. Alright, that's an electrical resistance potion. You're the one that was carrying all these potions. Guess you can keep the mummy tea available for now in that spot. But I did not see any entrances future in the script, so I think that's about it. And then I accidentally put this way bigger than I meant to.
My sword is yours.
Like trying to start tracking so that I would select everyone and then I accidentally do that. Very silly of me. Very, very silly. At least we killed some undead. In a crypt. but they were not bothering anyone specifically. But we killed them. That's good, I guess. So basically just this bottom area investigated right now. To go up from here or here? That's the question. Kind of want to go from here because it feels like this middle could be more likely not to connect to something else, but can't say I'm sure about that. No, at least that was a good shootings.
Yes, my pleasure.
At your command. I shall see to it.
Into the fray!
Weird in your blood.
Yep. Good, good, good. Good, good, good. You cleared those few yetis.
I'm here, done.
I would appreciate some rest probably soon, but before that we could also try to actually cast all our spells and stuff. This ancient statue depicts a seated, robed figure, his head bowed in prayer.
Not a problem.
Certainly.
With the dead.
Ouch.
I stand you can count on
You
me.
got under attack. Well,
Attack!
oh yeah, I completely forgot to loot these Yeti belts, which are still valuable enough, so I should go and get them at least. Doesn't make sense not to. There we go. Convenient way to loot. You would expect that there would be some spot here to maybe have little bits of loot or something.
Let's spill some blood.
Stand and deliver.
Stand and deliver. There we go.
Red done.
At your command.
These very sparsely located Yetis at least are kind of easy to deal with, at least as long as they don't get some really bad hit in, but otherwise relatively easy. 17 slashing damage from Gotrek. That's good. Not bad at all. I feel like there's a cave here, yeah. Somehow just recalled suddenly that, I'm pretty sure there's a cave. And I think it has more Yetis probably. It would make sense. We are going towards an area where there's clearly Yetis, and for some reason there's a dagger there. That's a gem. I guess, otherwise that's fine. Basically, just need to identify the short sword. And yes, +1 short sword. Guess you can have it, considering you were supposed to use something like that. This is just the apple's dagger. What do we really need it for? Just fear to just drop it. Even though I don't think I need it for anything. He has gotten a little bit more wounded though, so if I do go and try to enter this place at least still, then I should heal a little bit, I'd say. But I do not have any healing. Do I?
Yes, I am here.
Definitely not, because you also used your lay on hands and you don't have anything more at the moment. So if I would risk going in there, I would say that that's extremely
I'm here.
not a very preferable situation, so
No worries.
I guess we'll try to sleep here, even though I was hoping that I could go future without the sleep, but
Attack!
He's always bringing
kinda would need it. Or if not, then I guess I will have to try to go into the cave.
Weird in your blood.
Okay, let's just try to see, does the hold person work on a Yeti? Well, there's no point in casting that anymore, is there though?
Task.
I'm here.
I am prepared. I hope
My sword is yours.
Sure, let's just go into the cave then, and instead we are going to be just using all the spells that we have and hope that will be enough, considering health situation is a little bit bad. But yeah, Yeti cave. I did recall that part.
It
did
shall be
sort
done.
of recall
You
that
want me?
part.
I am by your side.
Do a bless first. You can start to play your songs.
Let me know
Do
what
I
you
actually need to select it specifically? I wonder.
Me?
Maybe I do.
Good as gold.
I guess.
At your command.
What now? Here I go.
Ooh, he's actually paralyzed
My
properly.
sword is yours.
That's very
I
nice.
await your orders.
Ready.
I am on it.
Hey, here I go.
That was a big hit on you, on the other hand. Let's do a command on you, quickly.
I am prepared.
You will do the chromatic orb, I guess.
To arms! I stand ready.
Try to just kill this one first. Well, I guess you can continue on that when you have started. Is there any point in doing that?
I am here.
Don't know.
Indeed.
Sadly, it is now free to move again.
Ready and willing.
What now? So that's how it is.
Let me know
Definitely don't want to be in an area where you would have to be in a really dangerous spot. Sure, I guess.
My sword is yours.
Hey?
I await your orders.
Yep, but I did have the sleep spell that I was meaning to try to do.
On my way.
You can't take that, that's for sure, Reese.
Me? So that's how it is.
I was hoping that he would have already decided to not try to go and attack all the way against you, but apparently this one guy wants to just be chasing you. So we know that you will die if this guy is just allowed to hit you, so yeah, we're just gonna be moving away
I am prepared.
as much as possible.
I hope.
Right now, to be honest. What did this actually do? Now, don't remember. Bless once per day, but we just did bless anyway, so doesn't really matter, does it? Just try to kill something.
Yes.
Something at least.
Yeah. So that's how it is.
Yes.
Be commanded then when you're being...
I stand ready. Duty call. At your command.
Attack!
It's mine.
I was thinking that this will be scary already, just because this guy is so darn also weak at the end of the day. Even if I feel like he shouldn't be as weak as he is, but sort of is weak. A weakling. Well, unless we gained another level up. For you this time around, that's nice. Alright, so you gained 9 hit points, that's okay. That's decent. Weapon proficiencies, not that I know what you would exactly wanna do. I guess sling, yeah, you're using the sling, so that makes sense. That makes sense well enough. What into here though? Let's take curse, I guess, and let's take the shant then. And maybe remove one of those and have instead another heal. Definitely need some extra heals.
I am
You
here.
want me?
And can you tell anything about this cave? This ice chamber has been regularly visited by both yetis and a single human occupant. Now that human occupant is here then. I kind of recall something about it, but not really. So this is half blind in that sense, because when it's been such a long time, you don't definitely remember all the details. The human's tracks lead you to believe that it is a lightly encumbered female. There is no signs of battle or conflict between the human occupant and the Yetis. Well, clearly it's not exactly a human occupant then though, is it? But still, otherwise correct. We're really not doing the best, so let's try to get some rest, shall we? Maybe they will allow us to actually sleep here inside, because that would be pretty nice.
You have me indeed.
Definitely would like it.
My sword is yours.
So, please? Doesn't look like this though, I gotta say, but I think it's a very icy cave. Yes, asleep. We were able to rest and sleep. That's very nice. Now we can actually have a couple of more spells. You even have one damaging spell other than just the spray effect,
I shall see to it.
which is quite pleasant.
Easy as
My
goblin
duty
pie.
calls.
Too bad.
Now we can actually battle. That was 30 slashing damage from him with a critical hit. That's very nice. Very nice and pleasant indeed. Don't really see any details here about this human occupant otherwise though. Okay.
Yes, my duty is clear.
Well, to be honest, I guess I need to at least make sure that there's no traps here in this, even though they don't look like something that would have traps, but just in case. You can never be too sure. But they are be locked. They be locked at the very least. Yeah, you succeeded. Succeeded. Succeeded in that one too. And that one. Coolio. But definitely didn't spot any traps, so I guess I must believe that
Yes,
there
am
ain't
I?
any. I hope. Those are just a lot of gems. And gnomish tools. Someone's brought the gnome's tools into here. Gnomish tools. So gem. Potion of what exactly? Freedom, free action. Guess we could give it to someone, because if someone gets stuck into vines or something, it could basically be pretty helpful. Nonetheless, gem. This well-loved and worn wooden box contains an assortment of small tools, broken bits of metal, and an analdehyde-based adhesive. And a mace +1. The mace is a direct descendant of the basic club. The head is pyramidal and seems to glow with an inner blue light. It's a +1. You can have a +1 weapon. That's even better. Even better than the high quality that you gained. At least basically everyone is getting a +1 weapon now, so that's pretty nice. That seems like a very regular chainmail though, so don't think there's a need for me to take that specific thing. You can take a couple of healing potions, you may require them eventually. Now this will be for learning spells. That's what I'm gonna be using it for. These really can't be learned, so the only one that could be hopefully using them would be her. I can consider it. Unless we want to just sell them. But yeah, probably shouldn't have tried to... Now at least, before I try to learn anything else, I guess. Or maybe I do need to save this overall a little bit longer. It's not like he right now requires any of these spells anyway. So there is that. But okay.
At your command.
All of these definitely have been looted. However,
Duty calls.
I do not see any human here. This tent is roughly constructed, but obviously of human manufacture. Someone other than the Yeti must inhabit this cave. Well, I don't see anyone here at this very moment. So, I think that there could be at some point, but... I I don't recall for certainty. Well, I guess for now we can exit regardless. For now. This area is at least almost explored. Have to say that somehow this doesn't even feel like it's that much of a veil of shadows at the end of the day. It's
Watch me go.
I shall see to. I stand ready.
it definitely doesn't look shadowy. Like I would expect something a little bit different from a shadowy veil. And it mostly has had just those
I'm here.
what effect do you have? It is bad luck. Alright, that's the sort of thing that the lesser shadow can do. I would assume that
At your command.
missile weapons wouldn't be quite as useful against it.
Not a
My
problem.
sword. Aye.
Kind of feel like this might be the right way to go, especially with all of these shadows coming about, but
Let me know.
let's actually use your few damaging spells. If you can.
I want a taste of this.
If you can get them to be used. Well, 6 magic damage from Dahlia and 2 damage from
I
Mustaliek.
stand ready.
Amazing.
Yes?
That wasn't that much healing yet, so I guess I'll do also this one.
At your command.
Okay, but yeah, those shadows
Very well.
definitely can do a little bit more damage. Yeah, I feel like this is the right place, or the one that we especially have to investigate, I'd say. This crypt. Well, I guess we will next time. Start from that crypt, then I'll go and look into here maybe, and then the rest of this area, there's definitely another crypt there. Just dealt for with a few locations, but a little bit more left with the Veil of Shadows after this. But I hope you enjoyed a little bit more of Icewind Dale, and see you for more next time. Bye bye for now.